Hey, good morning. Good morning. This is Latoya Dennis, Girls to Gyms, 5 plates. God bless you on this day. Well, it is almost afternoon on a Friday, and in the middle of my bike ride, the Lord put a word in my spirit to share into the world. And it's a reminder that God does not call you or ask you for your perfection. God asks for your loyalty. He asks for your commitment. He asks for your faith. God asks for your worship. All of us have past. No one is perfect. No one is perfect. As long as we are housed in this skin and this body called flesh, we are always going to have an internal battle with the flesh and the spirit. And that's actually, I believe it's in I want to say it's in the book of Hebrews. I'm gonna have to look it up, but I'll post it on the video. So I want to share a short story. And this is how you know, like when God starts getting you ready for stuff, He start just moving things out of your life. So years ago, I'm always a flesh person. So all of us are. And I make sure I cling to God because my flesh is always looking for an opportunity to overtake my mind, overtake my decisions, and catch me in vulnerable moments. But one morning I woke up, and this was in 2010. And God said, when you buy food stamps or EBT from people, and you also are ministering my name and the great things that I do for you, it debases my effectiveness on your testimony. So that was pretty deep. And I ain't gonna say He said it just like that, but those who know how to listen to the Spirit, you know how to interpret it. What I did here was stop buying people EBT. And then the Holy Spirit began to minister to me that when I talk to people about the goodness of God and what He's done for me, and I share my testimony, and I talk about how God supplies my needs, and then I'm buying someone's EBT, it looks like He's not supplying my needs. Like I have to go a backdoor way to be able to sustain myself. And it wasn't even that I needed the extra groceries or anything like that. It was just like, a break on the price, get a few extra things. At that time, I was already like going through a divorce. My kids was grown. I only had my youngest daughter. So it's not even like I needed a full house of food. My oldest son was away in college. Like life and expenses was just different. But God will speak to you when He's preparing you for something. He is going to speak to you and begin to move those things out of your life, those small things. It was nothing that I thought about. I literally just woke up one morning and heard God say, stop buying people EBT. Stop buying food stamps. And I never, ever did it again. I just said, whatever I can afford with my paycheck, with what I have coming in, that's what goes in my grocery basket, and that's what I eat. And guess what? My finances got better because I was buying things that I actually needed. I wasn't overstocking up on things that I didn't need to overstock up on. And I was eating better. I was budgeting better. I was paying more attention to prices. And on top of that, it just felt good to be able to share my testimony without making like a backdoor deal 5 minutes later. So even from the smallest little tweak that God begins to make in your life, make sure you recognize it. Make sure you accept it, because you don't know the greatness that God is manifesting in you, what He's going to use it for, and what He has for you next. So since that time, I have never, ever bought anyone's EBT. Now, if someone called me and say, hey, I'm at the grocery store, my treat, you want me to pick you something up? I don't have no problems with that. Yeah, pick me something up if I need it. But I'm not looking to make no backdoor deals. So trust God. God doesn't need your perfection. He already knows we're not perfect. That's why He had to keep changing the covenant. He had to keep updating and upgrading the covenant, because He already knew our vulnerabilities, our weaknesses, and being in this flesh, how difficult it is to be structured and disciplined against the things of this world. That's why the word says cling to Him. That's why He tells you cling to Him. So I hope this word blessed you. It's definitely blessed me sharing my testimony. Have a good weekend.